The next gentleman is a scholar, James Seltzer. What's up, James?
Brodes, what up, pal?
Dude, let me tell you something. The last 2.5 hours, I've never smiled more in my entire life.
Including Spike Eskin being on, because I'm surprised.
Yeah, and actually, I had Elliot in for an hour too, and he was pushing buttons as well. So you never,
yeah. I mean, like that's the thing. Now you finally have brought on a true Jalen Hurts appreciator like yourself, someone who loves and respects our Super Bowl MVP quarterback the way we should. The type of guy that we've waited our whole lives to have as the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, can you imagine having someone, the hardest worker, the guy who's the first one in, last guy out, always going to work on what he's bad at, always going to get better, like all these things that's like Philadelphia to a T. Oh, that guy's going to be our quarterback? Sure. Yeah. Cool. Let's not give him the credit he deserves.
This is radio.
Beautiful thing you're doing, bro. It's a beautiful thing you're doing.
This is radio. I hope Jack Fritz is somewhere listening to what me and you were about to explore.
I'm crying right now, thinking about Jalen holding up the Lombardi and just the dominance that Jalen has shown in his short time in the NFL.
Oh, it's amazing. All right, so I'll ask you what I've been asking the people, although you just referenced a lot. What do you love about Jalen Hurts?
I love everything. No, but look, there's, in all honesty, like so many things obviously you can point to and all that. But I think what I was referring to before is really the thing that I've always believed in Jalen, obviously to varying degrees as gone on. But like since the moment he got here and we kind of saw what he was like and how he went about his business and all that, like my whole thing with Jalen has always been like whatever 100% of him is in terms of his physical ability, his mental ability, whatever that is. And obviously it's pretty damn high considering, he is physically super capable and all that stuff. But whatever it is, he's going to get it out of himself. Like he will get every drop of ability, of potential out of him because no one works harder. No one cares more. Like no one wants to be great more than this guy wants to be great. I keep going back. We had Greg Bishop, a Sports Illustrated reporter on the morning show, or it might have even been middays in 2022 after that Super Bowl appearance, that offseason. And I was hosting that day, and he was talking about doing a profile on Hurts, and he's done all of them, like Brady and Manning and Rodgers and back in the day, like Favre. He went through all these guys, and he's like, of all the quarterbacks I've ever talked to, he said only two said to me that they were defined by football. All the other guys were like, I love football, I'm great at it, but I'm defined by my family, or I'm defined by this or that. Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts. That's why I love Jalen Hurts.
Oh, dude, seriously, I can't even tell you the feelings that I'm feeling and the things that are happening to my body. Now, when I started the show, I mentioned Brian Dawkins, and I just feel that what Jalen has accomplished and what I project him to accomplish as well, because he's not even close to being finished yet, we should be talking about Jalen Hurts in the same way. And I'm not trying to, this is praise. This is praise. B-Dawk is one of the best ever. We love B-Dawk. Everyone loves B-Dawk. But I just feel we have a quarterback that everybody should love. And what all we want in our lives, James, is a quarterback that puts us in this position. And then when he's there, he plays elite on the biggest stage, and you don't have to wonder if he has the stones to do it or not. And we have that. So do you think it's crazy to say that we should be loving Jalen Hurts the way we love B-Dawk?
Well, of course it's not. And you made a great point. Like Donovan, who was a great quarterback, like I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he's right there. There's an argument. He's a borderline guy, and he won a lot of playoff games over the years, like 9-10 playoff wins over the years. But because Donovan couldn't get over the hump in the biggest spots, didn't play his best in the biggest spots, like there's this like stigma attached to him historically where, and obviously the passive aggressive stuff and all that, but just as a quarterback, we always think of Donovan as the guy who couldn't get it done. Despite having this great career here in Philly, then now we've got the guy who gets it done, who is literally every time he's in the biggest of games, he plays his best football. And it seems like that doesn't make people happy either because he's not as consistent during the regular season or whatever the hell they want. Like, it makes no sense to me. I will say I do think that it's hard as the quarterback, just pure belovedness. Like, I think he should be, but I think like with Dawkins, I think it's more like the Jason Kelsey BG thing where I think, the personality combined with the great play, Hall of Fame for the most part, certainly with Kelsey and BG a step below, but I think it's easier when you're not the quarterback and you're not under the scrutiny that comes with being the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, which, let's be honest, it's more scrutiny than any other athlete in the city, by far. So I just think it's almost impossible as the quarterback of the Eagles to be like universally beloved in that way because people are so critical. But he absolutely should be. Of course he should.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I know it's your off day, but I got one more for you here.
Sure.
Be honest. You don't have to just give me the right answer on Jalen Hurts Appreciation Day, but do you feel in your gut that they've turned the corner and Jalen's ready to clutch up in Buffalo and they're about to go on this run in the back half as they roll into the playoffs? Do you feel we're about to see something not exactly the way the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl went, but enough where this team is ready to seriously do something and make real noise and the whole annoying, frustrating version of football may be behind us? Where do you stand moving forward?
So yes and no. Like I think this team, to a certain degree, you know, it's really hard, I think, to go to the Super Bowl and turn it around and bring it back. Like, I think that they've, you know, look, even in 2018, you know, when they won the Super Bowl, we remember the Alshon drop and them, you know, being that catch away from maybe going to the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl and having a run again. But they were 9-7. They were 7-7. I think it was 6-7 even to make the playoffs. They had like a 4% chance. Like, and then they went on the run and remember it differently. You know, this team, I think, like they've been pretty good for a title defense team, you know, in terms of going to the Super Bowl and turning it around and staying healthy and finding a way through adversity in the season and picking it back up. But I think, like, you know, it's just the reality of, I think guys are beat up, and I think there's maybe a little less juice for the actual title than there was last year and all that human-wise. Like, it's hard to have that same motivation every year. But I think that they are going to, like, I think they are one of, you know, whatever you want to say, 7, 8 teams that can win the Super Bowl, whatever that number is. Like, I think that it's wide open this year. Here's what I'm going to say. I think we're going to see a better version than we've seen. Like, I think they're going to be better offensively and better as a team than we have seen the last few weeks where everyone's freaking out and all that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think they could win the Super Bowl, but I also think that they could, you know, run into a team that I think these games are going to be close, you know, and there could be a play that goes one way instead of another, a blocked field goal, that kind of decides it. But I think here's the thing. I think they absolutely can win the Super Bowl again. They probably won't. I'd say they won't. But I think there's a lot of people who look at this and are like, they ain't good enough. They can absolutely win the Super Bowl. With the way the field lays out and with the fact that, as we've talked about, it wouldn't be shocking at all to see them elevate in big spots. Yeah, they could absolutely win the Super Bowl. I just can't say I'm, like, expecting it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And it would just be so great for me and you if after all the pain and suffering that we had to deal with after the Chargers game, and we get another Super Bowl, and he gets another MVP, and we get to come in here on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my gosh.
I can't puff my chest out far enough in that case. Like, you know, it's not possible to go far enough out.
I agree. James, you're the man, dude. I appreciate it. On your off day, too. I'm the bad guy that asked everybody to work on their off day.
No, it was a treat, dude. I'm honored. I'm honored you asked me. To honor our quarterback, I'm honored I got the opportunity.
That's right. Well, enjoy the next couple of days off, my friend.
All right, pal. See you soon.
All right. That was James Seltzer of The Morning Show.